Does your child or student have an IEP? Then you've come to the right place. If they have special education services, then you know IEP meetings can go sideways. Then you're stuck with an IEP plan that isn't working. It's time to change that. That's why inside this video, I'm taking you behind the scenes of IEPs so you know what they're supposed to look like, why yours isn't working, and step one of how to fix your IEP so you can advocate like a pro. Hey, what's up? I'm April Rarig, your special education advocate to make IEPs and 504 plans so much easier. If you're new here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button to get more videos like this in your inbox, and follow us on Instagram at Rise Ed Advocacy. Here's what you need to know about IEPs. Individual education plans, also known as IEPs, are regulated under IDA law. The problem is parents and teachers aren't given the playbook so they know what to ask for and how to get it, specifically when it comes to what happens and when at the IEP table. Make sure to grab our free guide, The Special Education Cycle, that helps you understand what happens and when at every single IEP meeting for your child or student, so you can know how to navigate through the process of special education and get your child or student's IEP fixed. Make sure to grab that link in the description box below. So now we've talked a little bit more about IEPs and the special education cycle. Now it's time to talk about IEP process. Specifically, here's the deal. The elephant in the room, pro tip, is that IEP meetings are not productive. So if we want to make them better, then you need to know what's called the 5 keys to productive IEPs. Make sure to grab the free guide in the description box below. In a nutshell, here's how it's going to look. Key 1 has to do with comprehensive assessments that set the foundation. More about this in just a second. Key 2 has to do with parent input. Key 3 has to do with team collaboration. Key 4 has to do with draft IEPs and assessments. Key 5 has to do with outcome-based IEPs, also known as education plans that are built with fidelity. So once we've built that house, once we've developed a better IEP, then we can talk about how to fix your child's education plan. Now it's time to dive into step 1. This is going to be the number 1, the most important thing that you can do to help your child or student. What does this have to do with? This has to do with creating what's called a comprehensive special education assessment. What am I talking about? I'm talking about that your child has to have what's called a sufficiently comprehensive special education assessment in order to build and fix the IEP. If they don't have a good evaluation, then how are we going to develop an IEP that's relevant, useful, and meaningful? We can't. We need to have an assessment that's going to what's called operationally define the functional baselines, that talks about eligibility and also the need for what's called specially designed instruction. And the special education assessment needs to be individualized, personalized, and based on your child's unique learning needs, not just what's called the standard battery that most people like me, the school psychologist, would give your child. So think about this for a minute. When's the last time that your child had a really great assessment? What am I talking about? I'm talking about an assessment that was based on their needs and really helped to drive IEP development. Hang on to that for just 1 second, because I want to talk about something more in just a minute. Make sure to check out my video, IEP Assessments Know This, that lay out completely what it looks like to get a comprehensive special education assessment, how to read your report, how to navigate the process, what it looks like inside of the report. As a school psych, I dig into deep and give you all the information so that you can read your special education assessment, whether you're a school psych or a first-time parent, like a pro. Make sure to grab that link in the description box below. So now you know step 1 has to do with getting a great assessment for your child or student. That's the first thing you need to do to fix the education plan. So let me ask you something. Is it time for your child to get a special education assessment? Like I mentioned earlier, when's the last time they had a great eval? Here's one thing that I want to ask you. When should they get an assessment, right? When is the right time? When is there going to be what's called the red flags to say, hey, my child needs an assessment? Make sure to grab my free guide, When to Get IEP Testing, that lays out the 10 reasons, not just when your child has their first IEP, but when you need to request testing and what that might look like. Make sure to grab that link in the description box below. So now we've talked about what you need to do, right? Get a special education assessment and when. Now it's time to talk about how. How are you going to get a great assessment for your child or student? Like I mentioned before, it all comes down to knowing what to ask for and how to get it. And when I was a school psychologist, we would get these assessment request letters from the families. And we would be wondering, and myself specifically, I'd be wondering, well, gosh, what kind of testing does the parent want? What are they looking for? What are the specific eligibilities they're suspecting? What should I give in my assessment battery? That's why I want you to check out my fillable template called Additional IEP Testing Template. And in a nutshell, the template walks you through how to craft an IEP assessment request letter that is relevant, useful, and meaningful, how to ask for the right kind of testing for your child, how to get the IEP team to say yes to testing, and how to get a great special education assessment without drama or stress. Make sure to grab the link in the description box below. Let me ask you something. Are you watching this video and you're like, wait a second, April, my child doesn't even have an IEP. How do I start the process? Make sure to check out my video, How to Get an IEP for Your Child, if you are new to the special education process, that lays out the 5 things that you need to do quick and easy to get your child the IEP that they deserve. Make sure to grab that link in the description box below. So now you know what an IEP is supposed to look like, the 5 keys to productive IEPs, and step 1 of how to fix your child's IEP. Let me ask you something. What's the one thing that you want to do differently after watching this video that you want to help your child or student get the best assessment? Do you have a question? Make sure to put it in the link in the description box below. You want me to do another video or expand on more what I've just talked about? Make sure to put it there too. Make sure to like and subscribe to get more videos like this in your inbox every week, and follow us on Instagram at Advocacy. Grab all those links in the description box below so that you can get your child or student the best IEP and fix it the best way that you know how. I'm April Rarig, your special education advocate. I can't wait to see you for our next video.